you, all right? Keep the questions family friendly. Are you guys ready to meet the most amazing women on the planet? Welcome, welcome. All right. Are you having a good Tampa Day Comic-Con so far?
I really am. Everyone showed up with questions hard here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do it right. They do it right. Awesome. I think we're ready to dive into some questions if you would like.
Yeah, ready.
All right, so if you've got a question, I think we have one first over here. Go for it.
Who would win in a battle? Your character Shalene from Underworld or an assassin from Assassin's Creed?
I'm sitting on your leg.
And why?
And why? Because she's the best.
Perfect. All right, we've got one over here.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, how hard was it to get in and out of that liver suit? And also, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's not today,
Oh, yeah. It was a couple days ago.
The suit in Underworld?
Yes.
There's like 16 people in here who are wearing it, I think.
I know. How hard was it to get out and in of that, like all the time?
Out of it was good and easy because you were desperate. I must say, I kept thinking today, I'm so lucky that we shot all of those movies in Eastern Europe because I don't know how people are coping in that costume. You know, you're a job and I would have possibly done. I mean, sweating and crying.
It's pretty gross here. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, you make the second.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say it's kind of sad I've seen all of the Underworld movies.
I don't think that's sad. That was an idea.
True. Which was, out of the Underworld series, which was your favorite one to film?
I mean, the first one was really special because I really hadn't done anything like that and I never envisaged myself doing anything like that. I was more kind of ballet, girl and not that person at all. So that was a really massive deal. And there's something like the last one, given that I now sort of know what I'm doing, that was also really special because now I've become West London's answer to Jackie Chan. Very weird spot to be in. So those two were both quite different, quite cool.
Okay, thank you. Hi. So me and my friends were talking about the Total Recall movie, and there's like a lot of fighting and stuff in there. They refer to it as the pelvic punch when you slide. How hard was that to you?
That's a really polite way of putting it. I think we called it something else. How hard was it? Super hard because they had me on a wire and obviously that meant that I was never going to really hit Colin in the face with my lever. Obviously. Really long day. With my puppets.
It's not really a term we use very much here, so
It's a small and friendly animal. So anyway, so I was never panicked that it was going to, you weren't worried about hitting with it, but it still felt edgy. And also, when they dragged me, it was a very quiet set, and they would drag me, and my shoes made this kind of really loud farting noise. His face, as I'm coming towards him, sort of farting. Was one I won't forget. I had to be like, it's my shoe, it's my shoe.
What got you starting acting?
I started acting. My parents are actors, and so when your parents are actors, people start asking you when you're still in diapers if you're thinking about becoming an actor, and really you're just thinking about never wanting to eat cheese or, stupid that you're like two. So I said no, I did what my parents were doing for a long time, and then I did some school plays, and I loved being in school plays, and I loved writing, and I loved performing them, and then just sort of fell into it. I was quite lucky, quite young when I started.
Hi. I'm not a
just to be honest here, I'm not sure what you do, but like I was just wondering, like, can you give us your best American accent?
Well, I tend to get paid to do that. So that would be a whole renegotiation. I just have to talk to Joe.
I've never heard of it before. So I've never heard of it.
No, Joe actually did 1 or 2 movies that I've done it in. Go and see Kick. Yes, go and see Kick. Or Aliens. Or really most of the movies ever.
Perfect. This one over here, and the rest of you guys in the lines, if you don't mind crouching down, just so everyone behind you guys can see as well. Perfect. Over here.
Yes, hello. In the future, do you want to, would you do a Marvel or DC movie, a superhero or villain, and which one?
I mean, I wish I was in charge of deciding these things. No, I'm not. I think that's a bit of sort of Willy Wonka's golden ticket, isn't it? I certainly wouldn't be against doing it. I definitely feel like people sort of jump off buildings and things off the ride, but I've never planned my career. That's why I've got such a non-schizophrenic career. It doesn't make sense. So we'll see.
Well, I see you as a very villainous, sexy poison ivy.
You absolute dog.
You've done 2 Jane Austen movies, so I was curious if you were a big Jane Austen fan and who's your favorite author?
I was a big Jane Austen fan. I really did love Emma because she's such a difficult person, and I love reading novels about kind of difficult characters and all that. I love to play that. My favourite author, well, that was really difficult. I could be here for a whole day. I did French and Russian at university, so I got kind of stuck into French and Russian literature, so I was a big Solzhenitsyn fan. But I love Raven Carver for short stories. I can't say favourite author, don't make me say favourite author or favourite band.
Well, you were actually an amazing Lady Susan as well. I loved your portrayal.
Thank you, I like the naughty ones.
Over here.
Hello.
I was wondering what your favorite film was that you participated in?
That I've been in?
Yes.
Oh dear. I did a movie ages ago called Common Farm, which I was really very desperate to be in, and I loved that book. But I really am a big fan of. I did a movie called Nothing But the Truth that nobody has seen. It's probably. Thanks. So I was very pleased with that. I loved being in the Indies. It was such an exciting thing to work with all of those people. I'll always be deeply fond of Underworld for making me move. And I loved Lady Susan. That was really special for me as well.
Over here.
I've heard that you've done fundraising for epidermolysis bullosa. What inspired you to do fundraising for? It was on the Wikipedia. I guess it was wrong. Epidermolysis bullosa.
Oh yes.
And so, what inspired you for that specific cause?
That was somebody I worked with. Son suffered really badly from that, so that's how I found out about that condition and got involved with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the center. Little Ash Ketchum.
Hi.
I wanted to know what's your favorite movie of all time and what's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? That's probably. It's my series name, but my stupid favorite. Series favorite movie, I think it's probably this movie called All About Eve, which is a black and white movie that's really good. I love that movie. And I can watch that a lot. I also dressed up as Claudia from the Rocky Horror Show for solid 6 years. I still occasionally do, so that's my other silly favorite movie. And what was the other question?
Your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game? I like Mafia. And I like sardines. And I must tell you, I don't think America is as familiar with sardines as it should be. It's sort of the opposite of hide and go seek, where one person hides. And it's fun if you're an adult and you play it in a house with all the lights off and you maybe bring all your furniture. Anyway, one person goes and hides and then everyone else goes and looks for them. And as you find your person who might be standing in a bathtub behind you, then you hide with them. So you end up with like 14 drunken adults in this bathtub. But I used to play as a child, and in fact, age 7, I walked out of a birthday party because of the disagreement over the rules of sardines. seems it's not everybody hide. I still feel very strongly about it. It's one person hide. Sorry, I got really into that. Look up sardines and then go pay. You won't look at me.
Over here.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I have a little long question for you. Kind of a request almost, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying anything. I'm tired.
Okay. What, the Bohemian Rhapsody?
That's
No, that's not okay. Well, yesterday I came across a great little spooky film on Netflix called The Disappointment Room. And it was interesting. I'm not used to seeing you in the blonde box. You know, normally, you know, I think Van Helsing and Corset kind of a get up, right? That's really how I envisioned you in a lot of your films, right? Another actually time that you portrayed a blonde was in, although in voice only, was Elder Scrolls Online as Queen of the Elves.
Yeah.
So that was a little surprise as well. Sometimes
with
right?
Just take me home.
So to tie it together, you know, I saw that film on Netflix. It was pretty cool, and you've been involved with voice acting in video games. Elder Scrolls was a big one. Another big game I think a lot of people know about is Witcher 3. That was pretty popular, and there's a character in Witcher 3 called Yennefer of Vingerberg, and she's actually a very strong, kind of a brunette character. Very, no. Very sappy, very witty, and she's a sorceress. And a lot of people have speculated online that because they're going to have a Witcher series, I think, on Netflix, and a lot of people have speculated you might make an ideal Yennefer. I don't know if you've heard of the game or the character, or.
I can't operate my television.
Oh.
I can't even work with remote, so you're really speaking to the wrong person. That's very nice. I like being a witchy sorceress.
Well, that would be the first time you'd be involved with a monster slayer, Van Helsing, and such.
I'm constantly saying monsters. I'm constantly.
But I highly encourage you to check out the game Witcher, and if so, would you? I mean, assuming that she's an awesome character, which she is,
yes.
Would you consider playing Yennefer?
Would I consider? Well, I mean, I've only just heard from you. Do I like it? Do you like it? Yes, me. Think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gave you the whole board. He was trying to get you in there. All right, we have just a few more minutes left, so we're going to take about 2 more questions. All right, over here.
Thank you very much. I know you're tired, so please forgive this silly question.
It's okay. Don't sing a song.
The first movie I ever saw you in and how I got introduced to you was Van Helsing.
Right.
So I loved your character. I thought she was the coolest thing ever. Like first superhero kind of woman I ever saw. So I was just wondering, forgive the silly question, how are you actually a fan of those kind of films? Action, thriller, horror, anything like Dracula or werewolves?
Yeah, I hadn't really I wasn't that person that was like really obsessed with vampires. So I seem to have brought it upon the world quite hard. Considering that. But I was always into action movies. I really did love, you know, all the old men Die Hard. I loved all that stuff. I've got 4 brothers, so I was constantly watching kind of what used to be boys' movies and are now not so much boys' movies. Yes. But yeah, not so much kind of the witchy. I like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, things like that. But I hadn't really gone gothic until I found myself in an outfit.
Hello. Have you seen any major injuries while performing your own stunts?
To me, that happened to me, or somebody else.
To you or
To
anybody
me.
else?
Funny thing is, you don't tend to get, because you rehearse so much the choreography and the fight scenes, you get the odd bruise, and actors do tend to sit around and go, oh, look, just like fine black bruise. The worst I ever injured myself was really accidentally backing into a window frame on Underworld. I mean, it was really nothing. And I broke a stone person's nose, and I cried for 2 hours. That was probably the most traumatic thing. I do quite a lot of yoga, and I'm not being funny and wonky about yoga, but I do think that has helped me not get injured. I'll fall downstairs and get out of here, watch.
All right, we actually have time for exactly 1 more question over here.
So this is a question that probably, I don't know if anyone here is a fan of it, but I did like you in Click. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan.
I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan.
Yes, similar words. How was it like to work with Adam Sandler?
It was one of the best working experiences I've ever had working with anyone in the whole world. He's literally, possibly, like everyone knows that Hugh Jackman is the nicest person in the world. That's a known thing, it's true. And it's also true that Adam Sandler, who is just a fantastic human being and makes such a fun, lovely family set and laughs a lot. I did stand down with him once after he had an Atkins bar. That was the only bad experience. And made a fool of myself because they watched a lot of sports and I hadn't been in America very long, so you could understand the sports stuff. So by the lunches they've got all those games playing. They always call it the game. I don't know what kind of game it is. I don't say it's football, baseball, and the game is on. And I said, is it the New York Bears? And then no one talked to me.